I should be recording. What am I doing? I'm recording now.
It's okay. We'll officially start now.
Yeah. Are you recording too, Natalia?
Oh, no, because it won't let me.
That's okay. We've got one.
Cool.
We got one. You know, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
It's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, feel free to participate. And as we go, you will clearly see what we're going to be up to. So feel free to put in suggestions. You'll see what we need when we get there. So,
So
we're very flexible. Believe us. It's not a big deal.
I think we should start.
We should start. Okay, we're doing our little intro. So, my mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but obviously I did not listen. So, we are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And today we are going to do a live enactment of one of our most beloved segments in which we speak a fake show into existence that we wish existed. However, we've, instead of doing the normal, just we come up with whatever the hell we want to, we've come up with incredible stuff. We had the one about Jeju Island surfers starring Sung Hoon. That was great.
That was a good one.
We had Korean Die Hard starring Soji Sub. That was and most recently, the seminal classic Lesbians in Space, starring Kim Sil-gi and IU as the lesbians in space. So woohoo! So we have we've come up with some good ones, but this time we went onto the old Twitter and asked people what do they want? What do they want in a show? So the answer of what they wanted, can I go and just say what the poll winners were?
Well, yeah, so we ran some polls just for some specific aspects of building a drama, like setting and stuff. So that's where this stuff's coming from. We also did a Mad Libs, but we'll get to that later. Pretty much, people picked us some funny words. We'll just insert them whenever we feel like it. And they're pretty cool words, so.
Yeah, we got some good ones.
Yeah.
So the drama in everyone's heart is a rom-com that takes place in a rooftop apartment setting with a subway PPL and a truck of doom. And maybe a very special guest that we might have gamed the system. That's right. There's going to be a cameo from Kim Won-hae, because if he's not in your drama, is it really
the point of that drama? Seriously.
Why? Why would you even be watching
Why would you even watch it? Come on.
What would be he's good in everything,
He can do anything.
So, the way this usually works is we just start.
Listen, Beth. Listen.
Beth is commenting down here because we put up a poll, but all of the answers were Kim Won-hae, and we were shocked to see that Kim Won-hae number 2, or was it number 3? Number 2, I think. Number 2, he came out the winner, but poor.
No, it was number 1.
4.
Number 4 was the loser. My number 4 was loser.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. It was a silly poll with one guy in it. So,
let's get into it. So now the first question is a rooftop rom-com. That's a pretty standard. That's more standard than what we normally go for. I was really hoping for the Mokjang. The thing
is, we can turn it into whatever we want to turn it into.
That's true.
We can start at the rooftop, because really, a lot of shows don't stay at the rooftop the whole time. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No, that's
it's just one little piece of the puzzle.
So it begins in a rooftop, but who is our first? Who are we torturing with a crappy apartment?
I'm not saying that she has to be the lead, because maybe it would be a greedy thing. I don't know, but she needs to be in a rom-com because she is the queen of rom-coms. Park Min-young needs to exist in the universe somewhere.
That's true.
Do we want her to be the one living in the rooftop, or do we want her in a CEO position?
Yeah, she owns the building.
Person?
I want to say she owns the building and stuff.
Okay.
Because we like her in suits.
This.
I like her in suits.
Yeah. Oh, she can rock a suit. That woman.
Ponytails and pencil skirts.
Yeah. That's yes. So are we doing like an opposite of like the normal, where it's like, oh, like the Cinderella, like rich boy, poor girl, but now we got rich girl and like poor
now-
boy.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, but who's the natural one that we should probably say? Jisoo? Should we say Jisoo?
Well,
I feel like he's too young for. If we're going with an old favorite, I want Sung Hoon and Park Min Young. I want to watch that. And
Yeah, but I feel like I
like
want a new person though. Like I just feel
new
like
people.
Okay.
I know. Come on, let's
What's
go.
his name? What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his name?
So
No, sorry, I'm going for it.
So I'm just gonna explain. Part of the thing when we do this, especially, we will edit out some of these pauses when we're not live. But we have to go look at my drama list. If you haven't checked out my drama list, we're not sponsored by them, but go check them out. It's a
Very
great way to go
useful.
look up actors and
They
actresses.
make
So
life a little bit easier.
we always go look up like, oh, they were in this. So we'll go look up the title.
Okay.
It was that person.
I got it. Okay, guys. It's
Okay.
one we've never mentioned before as a possible lead on our fake shows. But
Okay.
I am going with Ryu Jun-yeol. I like him. He's got an interesting face. I feel like they would have an interesting dynamic.
How old is he?
How old is he? He's
Reasonable.
he's my
30?
age.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah, like right.
she's your
right?
age.
Yeah.
I thought he was younger for some reason.
Yeah, he's 33, 34-ish.
Okay.
Turning
man.
34 in September.
Yeah. Okay. That's
And I feel like
Yeah.
a great way to add, Jisoo is either as a puppy, Noonas romance second lead who's going to be sad because we love to see him cry, or as like the brother.
okay. I got
Either
it.
way.
If we wanted the puppy second lead, he
Mm-hmm.
should definitely be her assistant.
Yes, or like a secretary or
Yes.
something.
Oh,
Yes.
the secretary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like powerful
Yeah.
secretary type. Like
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, Jess says that Jisoo would be a good like villain. We've never considered it, but I am
What
not
if-
That's really
opposed.
true.
What if he's the assistant who's like trying to sabotage the company?
yes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he's like
a
secretly
spy.
there.
He's a
Right?
corporate
Yes.
spy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
There's competition,
yay!
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And so then
okay.
you've got
Mhm.
the poor rooftop boy who somehow, I don't know, does he get hired into the company somehow? Or do they meet on the street? Or does she have
I mean,
to
like that's the kind of
own
the
the
standard,
building?
right? Like that
Right.
he would be at the job too. Like he's one of the new recruits.
Or
But why don't we like break out from the standard?
how
Okay.
about she wants to sell the building and she pretty much informs him, or probably Jisoo would go inform him like, hey, we're gonna sell the building, and then he
Oh,
wants
so
to go
they're
plead
kicking him
his
out.
case.
So they're kicking him out. Oh, I like this.
What
I
if
like this.
Jisoo, the like evil assistant, is sort of setting up the sale of the building, but he's doing it in a trash way, and she doesn't really know anything about it. So when he comes to like yell at her, she's like, "Wait, what? I thought the building was empty now," or because Jisoo's been like, I don't know, stealing the rent money or something. Like it's like she doesn't know that they're actually just kicking people out.
Okay,
So
so
he's like,
Slowpoke Megan in the chat says, she says something she loves is when the rich character has a crush on the poor character. Can we incorporate that? And girl, we can incorporate
Okay,
something
yeah.
like that.
"Oh yeah."
I feel like for this plot we're concocting, no, but maybe there's a secondary, maybe she
Well,
has a sister.
No, like what if it's kind of
And-
one of those mistaken identity things? So she like meets him because his day job is like at the coffee shop, and she thinks he's cute or whatever.
Oh.
But he-
Subway.
yeah, it's Subway.
Subway.
There it is.
Right, we gotta work on that Subway PPL.
And
Oh,
she
how
doesn't know it's him.
bold!
It's the same person as like the apartment. So
no. Like, how bold of us to not only have a Subway PPL, but he works at the Subway. That is the most
Oh, no.
efficient PPL I've
No,
ever
hear
heard
this.
of.
Hear this. No, we're gonna continue the PPL because once she eventually develops a crush on him, because that will happen at some point.
yeah.
Yeah.
He starts ordering catering from Subway, and he has to go deliver it to the
Oh,
meetings and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, the Subway.
so
Oh,
cute.
God. Oh.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
I feel
Woo!
like she needs some girlfriends though, like either besties or like sisters. We need some of
Yeah.
that play for her.
See, I like the
So-
concept of having a sister because, like, I have 7, so I guess I'm sort of
I like
biased on sisters, but I think, like, sisters can have a really fun dynamic.
so you know who I was thinking of? I was kind of thinking of for a sister, oh shoot, what's her name? Is it Yunji from A-Pink? The girl from
Oh,
Sassy
they'd be
Go-Go.
cute together.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
They would
Yeah.
be really super
Yes.
cute. And it has potential with Jisoo as the like bad boy side character. It has potential. So
Ooh.
let us get
Oh,
that
I like that a
finally
lot.
together. We know we love
Oh.
them together, right?
Oh, you love to see it. Oh.
I also had a thought for a cameo.
Okay.
Park Seo-joon, he has to come in
of
as
course,
his Secretary Kim character. Like,
Yes.
From like another
and
company
she,
or something.
yeah, and so she
right?
won't be Secretary Kim, Park
Yeah.
Min-young won't be Secretary Kim anymore, but like they'll still have some interaction
would
where
be
there's
funny.
a bit of flirtiness just for like 2 seconds. And
Well,
then
can we
move on.
also, like, on our, like, train of, cameos, then can we get So Kang Joon as well?
Yes. We'll have to think
Okay.
of,
Always.
he works
Always.
at like a bookstore coffee shop nearby.
Oh, yeah.
That
No,
she
yeah,
visits
because you have to,
often.
like, allude to that drama. Like, you have
Yeah,
to make a
he's
note,
there.
and it's like the inside joke of the drama.
He's the manager of the subway.
Of course, you wouldn't put this all in like one episode. You would probably
Oh, no.
put like one of those
No.
cameos near the beginning and one near the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Space them out. That's how you get your
Mhm.
viewers.
Yeah.
That's right. You gotta just like with Choi Daniels showing up last week on It's Okay to Not Be
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did not see that coming with a pleasant
Now,
surprise.
here's some found family option for you because
Oh, yeah.
for the record, those of you who don't know, we really
Us.
like found family. Like
Yeah.
we always put it
Like
in.
a lot.
So
Mhm.
the people that live in the building, it's a pretty nice building, but it's probably kind of maybe for more low-income students or just people in general. So like
Oh, students.
over the years, they've formed like these nice family type bonds, though none of them
Yeah.
are really related.
Well,
and
maybe
so then,
that, like,
then when it's threatened that like the building's going to get sold, like they work together
gotta-
to try
you
to.
gotta get together and
you know how
Oh,
like
I love
everybody
it.
goes up to the rooftop to like do like their like group things. That's like how they like form this little family because they're always going up like
And,
putting
like,
out their
eating and
laundry, and then he's
barbecuing
always
together.
there, and so like he'll just like cook up some stuff, and like they're always just like welcome there, and like he'll be like walking up the steps, and one of them still like laying down on the table thing that I
And you
never
and you
remember.
can populate a good chunk of those building characters with like K-pop idols. Like that's
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
can
And
just
you gotta
like
have, like,
load it.
You gotta have like the one like elderly grandmother or grandfather character that like
Yeah,
is like way older than everyone, but everyone goes to them for advice.
Yeah,
and,
the-
like,
the
really
wise
fatherly,
person.
Yeah, love it. Wow.
That's one of the ways we could get Kim Won-hae in because he could be like
No,
the crotchety guy who lives in the
no,
apartment.
I think Kim Won-hae should be her dad. That just
Oh,
shows
yeah,
up like,
yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
but she's like a
Super-
successful businesswoman. But like, her dad is like a fisherman. Like,
no.
he's just like
I want to see him super wealthy and stuff. He doesn't get
Oh,
to play
that's
those roles
true.
very much.
True.
You're
What
right.
if he works at the like other company that the Jisoo's character is spying? Like he's the one he's spying on
Ooh.
stuff for.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay, but if we need like a redemption
that's-
for
maybe-
Jisoo, because
What if
yeah, like if we need like a redemption arc for Jisoo because he's just too beautiful and we kind of are like Benji would be, would be beautiful.
Yes.
I feel like Kim Won-hae has to be the real villain. Like he's somehow like pressuring Jisoo to do all this against his better judgment because you gotta.
Well,
what if
Jisoo's
what
character-
if neither of them are really, really bad? What if they set the whole drama up like they're bad, they're interlopers, they're doing all this stuff? But
I
in the
really
end,
love the
what we
Morley
find is that
Grays.
they're like, they're not really. He thought he was helping. He didn't know he was being like a total dick. I don't know.
I could also see that Kim Won-hae's character is just pressuring Jisoo's character into doing this because
Yeah.
he is older, like and the CEO of the company or whatever. So like that's an easy way to get him to be doing
Yeah,
this all
but
for
him
him.
back and
I want Jisoo to be morally gray for like
Yeah.
most of it, if not the entire thing, because
Yeah.
if you look at
Yeah.
Chansung's character in My Hollow Love, like it was a really
Yes.
good example of how that
Yes.
can be used really, really well. So
And that would be a great like arc. I like that.
I like it. I like it. The arc back to redemption. You can't
Now,
just.
we have to like tick off the box on who's the truck of doom going to be affecting. So is it going to be like a like the moment where you're like, yes, it hit Kim Won-Hae's character, or is it the way we introduce the hospital scene into this drama?
Oh, like if we're going with the classic, like it's the hospital scene for sure. So like one of them's got
then
to
he
get
gets
like.
amnesia. Then he gets
No,
amnesia.
that's too far. That's too far. You've
We're
gone
doing
too far now.
Too much.
Okay, I'm
Get
sorry.
that out of her. Get out with that. Oh, of course Beth is with Scott.
She likes amnesia.
It
It would have been funny.
Everyone's so pro amnesia until they're in the middle of like, master son and he gets amnesia and you're just like, the son of a bitch. Oh, no. Amnesia. Boo. It's like people.
It's just because we had our fill of amnesia with like all the old school dramas.
F in chat for all of those lost memories. I'm telling you this. Oy vey. Thank you, Megan. Oh, okay.
That's a good one,
Oh,
Jess.
I like it. Oh, yes.
So what comment? I don't know what we're
Okay,
saying.
so Jess says, what if her little sister gets hit and it looks like the lead male did it?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
because it was like his truck or something, but it was someone else who had it. Oh, I like your.
then you get the big like they yelling at each other, like the yelling at him scene in the hospital, and he's like, and he takes responsibility for it because he's like, yeah, it's my fault. He wasn't driving the car, but he's like, it's my car and I lent it to Joe or whatever, right? Like it's so he takes that responsibility because he's a good dude.
Okay,
But like she misunderstands it.
or we add like a double element. Okay, he has an identical twin.
Speak up. We can't hear
Sorry,
you.
he has an identical twin. Okay, so he's playing two characters.
Oh, you're going to dual
Identical-
roles.
Oh, I'm going dual roles. So it's the identical twin who does it, but the identical twin has had like run-ins with the law or something. So like if he does if anything like this comes out that it's him, he'll end up back in jail. So his brother is covering for him. Oh,
Because you can have that scene where like he realizes who it is.
yes.
And then he has like to spend his whole like 2 episodes tormented with like, wanting to be with his love, but she also thinks that he did it, but it's also his brother and it's family.
Yes. Found family versus
like
real
made
family.
this rom-com.
This has turned into
Into
a mock
Mokjang.
jang. Like
Yeah.
and then we just
We
I really wanted
it.
Mock Jang to win. But there will also be whenever time I explain like K-dramas to like people who don't watch them, I'm like, most K-dramas have like around episode 13 of 16, I call it the dark turn, where suddenly like a really funny romantic just suddenly turns real dark for like 2 episodes before coming on back. This is the dark turn.
It's
This
either
is the
this
dark turn.
or the random serial killer. Like, so which one do you want?
Well, I'm
we
sure
can't have it all.
Natalia still wants a random serial killer somewhere in the past.
Maybe the identical twin brother is actually a serial killer.
Like, I love me a good serial killer. Not okay. Let's not use that as a quote from Natalia. In my fictional television shows, I love a good serial killer plot line. However, I feel like there's a time and place, and we've got a lot going on here.
That's
A
true.
lot going on.
We do.
So I feel like we can for just this time I am willing to omit the serial killer for the sake of the plot.
But a lot of the plot could, so aside from just the romance aspects and all that, with all of the building inhabitants and stuff and that found family, like there would be a lot of screen time of them trying to figure out how on earth to keep their homes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like helping each
Yeah.
other and then figuring out how to, maybe some of them would try to get jobs at the company.
Yeah, I think the downtimes and like the like really sweet times could be within that like found family, like kind of like how Weather is Nice was like with the like town folk, like that sort of kind of feeling. I mean, it doesn't have to go extreme like that because this is obviously not. It's a mock giant. It still has to be like a little bit heightened, but like a lot of like the humanity and endearing qualities of the drama can come from those like moments of the tenants in the building.
I also feel like they shouldn't know, like he shouldn't know that she's the CEO for a really long time. Like they should be in love for a while before he finds out that her company is the one that's trying to sell his home.
Is it that like maybe whenever she goes into Subway, like she's not like dressed like
Yeah, like she'll do
coming
it
from
like
work.
on her way home from, like she'll do it on like
Yeah.
her way home from the gym
or like
something.
so like when she's like out of like her like suits and stuff and she's kind of like more down to earth and like so that can actually kind of like feed into the like he thinks he has more of a chance with her because he doesn't realize that they're like the whole class thing.
And she also goes to that bookstore cafe pretty often, dressed the same way, but the owner there is like her best friend, but since they're always together, it seems like her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, because you always have that fake friend who could be the boyfriend,
Okay.
but it's not.
But like, and because it's me, the fake friend is her gay best friend. Okay, because that's the beautiful like. You know, everyone, he's like, oh, well, she has a boyfriend. But then it turns out it's like, yeah, she has a boyfriend, but he's not a boyfriend because he also has a boyfriend, if you know what I mean. Well, no. Which is, you know, that's the thing that happens.
And because it's me and I really, 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 really love friendships and like the great friendships, I think it should be like kind of in XX, Hani's character with her best friend, where it's like very sweet and like they do love each other. They're just not together.
I love a good friendship, like a good
yeah,
friendship.
a good like they just
Healthy.
love each other because they're friends. Like that I want.
For sure.
Yep.
Agreed. Friendship is
Now
just magic.
we haven't really talked about like the personality types of the leads because we at least
that's true. Okay, so ideally for me, with Park Min Young's character, I feel like at work, like she should have like a dual personality sort of. So at work, she's like really, you know, like to the point, like really, you know, a hard ass. But then outside, she's just sweet and bubbly because like she has to get out all of her frustration at having to be mean at work, and she doesn't want to be, but she knows she has to be. So she's just, you know, sweet and cheerful. Otherwise, that's just my opinion. We can disagree. And I feel like he should be grumpy. I like a grumpy lead.
Yeah. One grumpy, one sunshine is always good.
Yes.
Although I feel like her being grumpy and him being sunshine works too, right?
Because he could be grumpy. Because see, if she's like mean at work but really nice outside of work, and he's really nice at work but like grumpy outside of work, that's like a fun dichotomy. You know, because he has to put on his customers. You know, listen, we've all worked that job. All worked that job.
True. Like
True.
Make it a real decision.
And then like turn around and be like, God, I hated that person. Like, I hope they burn it out.
I kind of gave them half the lettuce they asked.
I was not generous with the ranch. Anyway, that's just me. I like a grumpy male lead. I don't know why. I just do, which is really like
grumpy, but not
grumpy
mean, right? We want grumpy. We don't want evil or nasty or like
just sort of like
that old school thing where he's like actually a big fat jerk, but we're supposed to find that attractive because we don't find that attractive.
Soon. Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Oh yeah, you know, Sky knows what I'm talking about.
When I can't get over something for Hyunbin, like something's up, man.
Yeah, like Like she should have had some real self-respect in that drama and just been like, you know what? Like, get out of here. What other anyone else got some suggestions in the chat? What do people like in dramas? What are y'all into in the world of dramas? Like, what do you love to see?
Well, we also should throw in some of these Mad Libs too.
Yeah, I've been staring at them. They're very difficult words.
I know.
Well, he's gonna have let's insert a really great pet because everybody loves a pet in a drama. So, like, what kind of pet? Like a dog or like a cat? Maybe it's a stray cat. That named Frog
cat.
Okay, yes, like like when they're feeding the cat and like they're just big muscly arms with a little tiny kitten.
A lizard. I don't want to be extra chaotic. It's true, Jess.
The cat.
You know what? I have not seen Lizard done.
That's true. I was just gonna say, like, a stray cat could be like the apartment building's cat. Like,
yes,
you know what I mean? Like, everybody, did you feed the cat? Like, somebody's always feeding the cat, or they all look after the cat.
So it's like, so the cat is like obese at this point because like everyone just keeps feeding the cat.
Well, what if we give the lizard to her? Like, it's her pet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes. Like, she just loves, like, lizards and snakes. She should have a bunch. So, like, people come over and it's just, like, a bunch of snakes and lizards.
Well,
and
it works because she actually has money, so she can actually be affording the, like, tanks and
it's like,
the actual things you need for these.
There's a Thai drama that recently came out called My Engineer, and one of the characters is like, oh, I'm gonna bring my pet with me on this trip. Her name's Cupcake, and they all think it's like some cute thing, and he shows up and it's literally like a gecko. He has like a lizard in a box. He's like, it's Cupcake. Like, isn't she beautiful? And everyone's like, ugh.
And yes, he definitely has to be afraid of him. Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, sure. For sure. Oh, he gave my glasses.
But then later on, when they've built all this trust between each other, because they have to at some point.
Yeah, this is how these things work.
It's not that he really gets over his fear, but he has to attempt to like take care of them when she's busy at work or something. Like, he has to sacrifice like his fear a little bit.
Yeah,
I love
be
that.
there for her reptiles.
Because they're her babies. The reptiles are
and
her
she
babies.
calls them her dragons.
Yes, that's one of the Mad
Which is
words.
one of the Mad words.
Oh, forced cohabitation
with her other reptiles. Maybe that's like they actually get kicked out of the building, or at least he just gets kicked out.
What if she has to move into the rooftop for some reason? Or she like fakes it that she has to because she wants to know more about what's going on in the apartment building or something. So she's like, oh, my apartment's being fumigated.
My apartment flooded. Can I bring me and my dragons over? And he's like, what? And so he thinks like they're like stuffed animals or something. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, yeah.
It could be that she just is in another like apartment there. So like maybe she's in the apartment below him. So, but like, so they can always hear each other because it's an older apartment. And so
Jess in the chat says the lizard nearly escapes and he has to put it back in the cage and he's like, oh my god, why? I counter with definitely escapes.
Yeah.
He wakes up with a lizard on him.
Yeah.
Like sitting on his chest, staring
like
at
that
his face.
actually, something similar happened to me once. I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt something on me and I looked down and there was a mouse sitting on my chest. And I was just like, oh,
this is a thing.
we lived on a farm in the country, so it's like there were mice in the walls. Like, it wasn't like I was like a mouse out of nowhere having never seen one before. I love it.
What else do we need for this drama? Because we got about 20 minutes left, so I want to make sure we get like actually
we get everything. What is like how do we work everything into this? I feel like we need to like explore how the sister and Jisoo, how Eunji and Jisoo fall in love, because I feel
so the sister got hit by the truck of doom and she's in the hospital. What if that's part of his job, is that like she as his boss is saying like, go look after my sister, take this stuff to my sister, like, so he's just kind of constantly bedside.
So we're like an end stage, like an end game, sort of like at the nearing the end, like suddenly you're like, oh, a little bit of love is
yeah, like that's when it starts to really like become a thing, like them two, just
like I feel like they've had like
but like this is where it happens.
I feel like they've had like a cat and mouse sort of like bickering relationship before this, like
kind of fake dislike each other. Like every time she comes into the office to visit her sister, they're like snarking at each other and whatever.
Yeah, Jess says as soon as he starts having to nurse her, that's when he stops being the heel. I like it.
Yeah.
She's also asking who sings the obligatory OST. Okay. And the answer to that is someone who's also playing a minor character as in the found family.
We could do that. But also, do we want to make it just like a star-studded, like just constantly every single song is someone we like? For sure. Like we could have like a Sunmi OST, Solji OST. We could do like
Channel and Punch.
Yeah.
Oh, and we need Chen. We need Chen in there. His honey sweet vocals.
I feel like one of the boy groups, or like it could be the girl groups, needs to do a really good like group ballad.
Ace.
Okay, yeah, Ace would be great, actually.
Yes.
Or it's like some of the members of Ace and some of the members of another girl group doing a duet.
Yes.
But it's still a ballad. So like Ace and
would it be A Pink?
Oh no, because that's the rule. Okay. Like you hardly ever see someone who's actually in this drama like do the OST. Who would be good? Maybe someone like, do we think like Bandit would be good? Because I'm just thinking because their like B-sides are like different.
Yeah.
So maybe they could do something, or
trying to think.
No, I'm just gonna throw out one of my faves. They're not really known for the ballads, but G-Idol's got some pipes on them. Just putting that out there. Gotta give my ladies some love,
You could have like a soloist, like a female soloist with the boy group, like together, like almost as like the backup, they were her, like it's IU and Ace as
IU with
like,
Ace.
Like
I love it. And I feel like, Day 6 should just be there. They should have like a
cameo. They live in the apartment building.
Yes.
Like
even like an even dumber cameo where it's like they're busking outside the subway.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
That's them busking outside the subway, and it's never mentioned. It has absolutely nothing to do with the plot. It's just like Day 6 is there, and then it's not acknowledged.
No,
and then because I'm gonna force it to happen in flying, they're all dressed like they're going to work, and they pass by and give them money.
Oh, but okay, now we're down to the real question: who is Sung Hoon? Like we're talking the real talk.
Sung Hoon could be the lead's brother.
Yeah, as I say, there's an older brother, slightly older. That way, like the whole, he would inherit the company if he was a good guy. But like he's gone against the father's wishes or whatever, and so he's been exiled. But then like he finds his way back without the dad know. Like that's a whole like subplot line that he.
Or
Jess has a good one.
Yeah, she says the cheesy ex-boyfriend who wants her back.
I can go with that too.
He's the rich ex-boyfriend, because you know how there's always that rich ex-boyfriend that always is trying to get the person back. And he's like,
look at me, I wear suits. He wears that Subway.
And can get her, and he can get her all of the fancy gifts and all those things, which of course the male lead can't.
Yes, but at this point, the male lead can't realize that she can just buy herself all the fancy gifts. So, like, she don't need no man. She's not in it for the fancy gifts.
Like it. Dramaland does like to put Sung Hoon in a suit, so I mean,
Yeah, no.
Like, listen, my eyes like to put Sung Hoon in a suit.
Nobody here is complaining about that.
no.
He tries to seduce her at the subway by buying it for the night and epically fails. Oh,
No,
yes!
it epically actually works because she's like touched that like she really was hungry or something, and
Well, we can
despite
also,
all of her money.
do we have a tie back to when they knew each other when they were like 4 or 5?
No,
I'm only okay
No.
with that. The only way I'm okay with that anymore
Okay.
is because I've seen it in a current drama. I'm only okay with that when, well, these days, if there were just friends as kids. Like, there's no, like, no cutesy crush even when they were kids, but it was like, no, they were legit, like, best friends. That.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a plot like where the like Subway has a connection for her, but it's like more of like maybe her parents were not as rich. So like that's when they could go out as a family and it'd be like the nice going out. You know how like
Oh yeah.
that like kind of like that sort of like nice throwback. So then she's touched because Subway means something to her on another level. Will rival ghost detectives like
Yes,
Subway
that's what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
Like people actually get touched.
That was the bizarrest moment that, like, how was I so emotional over a Subway
because
sandwich?
that's what Kim Won-hae does. He's magical, okay?
That was a good show.
And actually, so because of all the Subway being in it and Kim Won-hae existing in the cast, he has to like do a little nod to that.
Oh, because that was just
having a bit of Subway and that being like a little wink to his past character.
I feel like that Subway PPL was one of the most successful PPL integrations that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like, it was almost as good as, if anyone had ever remembered the show Chuck, Subway was also sponsor of the show Chuck, and they instead of we've got 10 minutes until the Super Rapture. So at this 10-minute mark, I just want to make a note that July, it is Minority National Mental Health Month, and as a participant in the KPSN Festival, we are contributing, as are all of you, to the event's donation to the National Alliance on Mental Health. And that's great. And we're all big fans of that because mental health is important. So I just wanted to put that out there before we, get raptured.
Yeah. So we should wrap up, like, but also maybe like if anybody has any questions, start asking us now and we could answer them really quickly.
Yeah. Oh, and we can say where we're found. We're found like everywhere.
Yeah. Just we're on
If you
Spotify,
listen to podcasts somewhere, we're there.
And we do have K-pop episodes where we talk about music.
She wants to know how it ends.
Oh, how does it end? No one does Noble Idiocy, I can tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, fuck Noble Idiocy. Fuck it.
Nope.
Hate it.
I will have 3 more trucks of doom for no Noble Idiocy.
So if you're unfamiliar about what Noble Idiocy is, No! Beth, you get out. That's exactly what we just said we didn't want. So Noble Idiocy is when one person breaks up with the other person because it's the right thing to do without actually like talking to them, and then they like disappear
for like a
year. And like apparently cell phones or email or letters or telegrams don't exist. Like, and then they come back and like and everything's fine. Oh, Megan, no. Well, yeah, actually, that was an accurate description of real life Noble Idiocy. We don't like that shit. We are against it. No, get it. And like shows rely on it so much.
Anyway, we don't have a lot of time. We're not going to keep talking about
our podcast is the Certified Noonas. So, because we're certified Noonas. That's us.
And we're mostly active on Twitter, because that's where we found each other.
Yeah.
As far as we have all of our personal accounts there as well. But we're on Insta. We're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
On Instagram, we do more like K-pop pictures over there, just in case it's a thing.
So the Instagram is very K-pop focused, and then the drama is K-pop and K-drama together as a unit.
We didn't say how it ended though. We have to end it quick.
Yes.
I feel like they're kissing in the like. There's a
I
like kissing on the rooftop.
Look who you have is the lead. Yeah, there's kissing.
Well,
yeah,
of course.
like,
I mean,
and it's gonna be the hottest kiss you've ever seen in your life because she always delivers. She ain't giving you some sad kiss. But I feel like the lizards have to be involved in some way. Like, so
the couple's rings he ties on one of the lizards.
And the couple's ring, no, the couple ring should be like one of those. It's like shaped like a snake.
Yes.
Ouroboros ring. An Ouroboros ring, and then like he ties it in like a ribbon to like a bearded lizard, and then like the lizard doesn't ambles over, and then
there's cute little sound effect like.
Yep. I feel like that's it, and they're having their like big romantic kiss at the end, and then the lizard
rooftop.
like crawls on his head, and they like break apart, and he like looks up, and then they laugh.
Oh
and
yes,
then they go back to kissing, right?
So cheesy.
Yeah.
So cheesy.
Well then, but then you have to get a shot of like your second leads. What are they up to at the end?
Well, I feel like she's still in the hospital, and he's like feeding her porridge and holding her hand or something stupid cute.
Yeah.
Or like he's really impassioned.
When she's getting out of the hospital, like that's when she gets out of the hospital. And it's like him like helping her get.
He's the one like rolling her out. Oh.
Yeah.
But like I feel like he has to have like a really impassioned like bedside confession scene. Like
with flowers and balloons.
With flowers and balloons, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they are definitely the couple that would do like the really cute like cheek kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little forehead.
And Kim Won-hee, his character is just miserable somewhere. He's
working
at Subway.
Yeah.
He's working at Subway.
Screw the redemption plot.
He gets disgraced. He gets disgraced and now is like the dishwasher at the Subway.
Yes.
Some doesn't have dishwashers. The janitor at the Subway. Not that there's anything wrong with being a janitor. Janitors are a vital part of our society and the world as a whole. But you know.
Something he doesn't want to do. So
right.
like
exactly.
Personal.
Probably
now,
we've seen him treat
No,
those
he's a
people
janitor.
really poorly.
He's a janitor at the building.
Well, yeah. So no, we can put like he treated them poorly, and now he's working underneath the people that he treated poorly.
Yes. Exactly.
That's always, and it's like some
and they
classic
now
Ajumar, like. Yeah.
And they now own the building. Like all the people have
It's a
shares of the building. Yes.
Oh. Yes. Oh, We're so happy. family.
And on the rooftop, they actually made like a little outdoor thing that you could bring your reptiles for a little bit for them to be outside.
Lizard sanctuary. No, they opened like a lizard cafe in the building. It's like a cat cafe, but with lizards.
And so that's how they fund the building. Like that's how they help like keep the rent down.
There you
Look
go.
at us.
So
Done it again.
We done it again, lady. What? Okay, now the last thing before we get raptured. What is the title of our show?
Dragons. And
like Dragon Lady, because you know she has that appearance at the office. She's like a dragon lady, right? Like it's Dragon Lady and the
Dragon Lady and then whatever we come up with him and Dragon Lady and prickly rooftop.
Prickly rooftop.
I really want it to be like some sort of quote, like dragons and blah blah blah. Like what is paired with dragons?
Like nothing. That's
no. Prickly.
Sandwiches.
It could be the Dragon Lady and the Prince. Because it's usually dragons and princesses. But
yeah.
Okay.
Unicorn. if you don't want to be raptured. But
It's been fun.
if you do want to be raptured, hang out a few minutes.
Yeah, if you don't want to push a button, just leave it.
If you're too lazy to leave, you can stay and get raptured with us. Oh,
Let's do it together.
And
See,
this
it's
type
kind
of
fun.
chaos is like this is how we are all the time.
Yeah, this is a very accurate depiction of listening to us. I would say.
Yeah. I mean, more like animal like appearances. Like my cat hasn't showed up, and I don't know why.
Oh, well,
Like that's a weird thing.
Yeah, because
Well,
you're
yeah,
like
you can-
actually on camera, right?
Yeah, and
So,
she
like-
loves it. It doesn't matter if I'm recording a podcast or not. As long as I'm on a Zoom meeting, she's here.
and
And then we
is
have Diablo.
Diablo. He's one of our mascots. We have many chihuahuas that make appearances.
Yeah, mine are currently not allowed to be here because they're barky.
Diablo doesn't bark very much, so he's too lazy and old. I know he looks like he's a puppy, but he's 13 years old.
But we want to thank everyone for coming.
Yeah,
It's been
yes.
fun.
this wild ride. It's a little hard when you're like constrained by like a time, even though like
I know.
this is normally the time length that we do it. It was just more pressured. Ugh.
Right.
No. Well, normally we take like 2 hours to record a 1 hour episode. Beth.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Do, 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 do.
Aw. Yay!
Oh, thank you,
Jess.
Jess.
Thank you,
And
Jess.
friend
You
us
had-
on social media.
Yeah,
if you
find us on social media.
We like talking
Yeah.
to people.
Really do.
Yeah, if you go to the Certified Noonas Twitter, it has all of our personal accounts on there too. So you can find us. We're very easy to find. Geese Juggler. Oh, great name. Great name.
Great name.
Great
Very
name.
memorable.
Yeah.
Great name. I was booking a plane ticket because I'm moving and we're flying, and I had to give the guy my my email address, which has Soju Nights in it, and he was like, "So, why is that your email?" And I had to be like, I'm like, okay, how do I make myself not sound ridiculous? I'm like, oh, I work in the Asian entertainment industry, vaguely maybe.
Did he seem to accept
I'm
that?
drunk. No, yeah, he was fine. He was actually like a really nice guy. He was like the nicest customer service person I've ever spoken to. He was like, "You gonna bring me some lobsters from Halifax?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm a vegan." And he was like, "But I'm not." Oh yeah, and then good times, good times.
A rapture is gonna happen
Yeah,
soon.
it's good. This has been a fun event so far. We've really
It has
enjoyed
been.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and listening
Yeah.
to us.
Yes, thank you.
Even though we're just, pure chaos, and we just made a wonderful show that no one will ever get to watch.
Usually that's
Right.
what pains us, that we
Yeah.
can't watch
Yeah.
this show
We
now.
want it to exist, and it doesn't exist, and
And nothing will fill that void, because nothing will have the little bearded dragon with the couple's rings
no,
at the rooftop.
no, nothing. But I feel like this might be a very lush fic idea that perhaps I could expand upon in the future. I write a lot of fan fiction because, of course, I do. Look at me.
She writes great fan fiction. It's good stuff.